What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for stopping by for another episode of Freshman Class. I'm so happy that you guys joined us tonight because we got a super special episode for you guys tonight. We're bringing in some of the lawn care freshmen, and I gotta say, I've been stoked all week just for this episode because tonight we got the Neighbor Dominator, we got Bush League Lawns, and we got Vince the Lawngineer. I've been watching these guys since they started making videos, and I gotta say I'm super proud of their performance, and I think they're really making a splash in the lawn care scene. So without further ado, let's stop listening to me and bring in the guests. What's going on, guys?
What's going on?
What's up?
Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I hope you guys are staying warm tonight. Over here in Chicago, we got like negative 20 degrees going on.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm feeling it here in Michigan.
We got some snow coming tonight.
Oh yeah. You're over there, Clint. You're over there in the. You get that lake effect snow over there in Michigan, right?
Yeah, well, I thought I did, but we got our first snow 2 days ago, like the real deep snow. It took all the way till then. My first snow was on Christmas, and it was like an inch, if that. So I thought I was gonna get a lot of snow, but we definitely get the cold air off the lake. So it
was a while, man. Yeah, I really like those snowblower videos you made, man. You're like using these like big 2-stage blowers, blowing like 1 inch of snow, man.
Yeah,
blowing snow in luxury, boy.
I know, dude. It's ridiculous, man. I feel Toro's probably like, what are we wasting our money on this guy?
I think that's the definition of first world problems right there.
I know.
At least you guys get snow. In St. Louis, we've had literally no snow. Like we had a dusting a couple days ago, and it was gone the next day.
Oh, wow. Yeah, hey, that's cool, man. I mean, trust me, you don't want the snow that we've gotten because we got like over a foot in the last week over here. But real quick, I do want to give a super special shout out, as always, to the people in the live stream. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. And guess who's first? Striper Man. What's going on, Striper Man? Thank you for stopping by, Keith. Much appreciated. We got Emilio in the building. What's up, Emilio? We got Lawn Schlong. Dude, I like that. Dude, I swear, man, every single week, these new lawn care names, they just keep getting better and better, man. What's next? Papa Moslow, what's up, buddy? Thank you so much for stopping by. I sent out your sticker. I don't know if you got it yet, bud. Pacific Northwest Lawns. What's up, Nate? Thank you so much for stopping by, bud. We got Lawn Journeys. What's up, buddy? Thank you for stopping by. The Lawn Father. How you doing? Much respect to you, Lawn Father. Bush League Lawns. What's up, man? Around the House with Pat. What's up, Pat? Thanks for stopping by, dude. Lawntism. Elevated Lawnscapes. What's up, Cam? Thanks for stopping by, dude. Oli Pole. What up, Oli? We got Lawn and Order SC, Backyard All Day. Who else we got up in here? Lawn Sensei. What's up, Silverio? Thank you so much for stopping by, dude. SoCal Lawn and Order. What's up, Chris? How you doing, buddy? Hey, Chris, did you ever talk to this SoCal Lawn and Order SC or SoCal SC? I was thinking about that, man. What if his Lawn and Order name is Lawn and Order Southern California and you're SoCal? I think that would be pretty hilarious.
Sounds like copyright infringement to me.
Man, dude, we're gonna have to hire some patent lawyers up in this mug.
We'll have to lawyer up.
So before we start the podcast, guys, I do want to make a special announcement to Clint Neighbor the Dominator. It was his birthday. He just turned 21.
Yeah, close. 38, man. Knocking on 40's door. It's awesome.
38, man. Dude, hey, that's not too old, man. Come on, dude. You're texting me talking about you don't know about the computers like you're 60 years old, man.
Hey, man, it took me a while to figure out Zoom, man. I was like trying to figure out this Skype thing, and I'm like, I'm gonna have a malfunction. So
don't feel bad, dude. I'm still trying to figure out this live streaming stuff, man. It's like never ending with all this.
I don't know. Looking at all your boards and gadgets there, I think you know what's going on.
Yeah, I might have a hankling of what's going on. But yeah, man, happy birthday, dude.
Thanks, man.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Thanks.
Yeah, if you guys want to wish Clint a happy birthday, drop it down in the comments. I'm sure he'll appreciate it. And make sure you guys drop a like on this video if you haven't yet, because it'll help us reach more people. You know, YouTube changed this whole algorithm thing now, and like it's all about driving engagement on the videos, and a small, simple like can make the biggest difference in the world. So I'd appreciate it if you guys would. That would mean a lot for sure. But yeah, man. So what's going on with you guys today, man? What you guys been up to? Vince, I gotta admit, I really liking your new setup you got going on there.
Oh yeah, I pulled out all the stops for you today, George. Got my new mic, got some lights going on. It's looking pretty good.
Anyway. I don't know what it is, man, about like every time someone talks to me, man, they're like dropping like $1,000 on equipment, dude. I said hi to Oli. Next day I talked to him. He had $1,500 in audio equipment.
Oh yeah. No, that soundboard, man, that thing is awesome.
Yeah, it is, man. I'm really enjoying it a lot more than I thought I would. Believe it or not, it was a gift from my mom and my wife. They came together and they put together the money. You know, what I like about the gifts that they give me is like they pay attention to what I watch on YouTube. So I didn't ask it for them, but they saw me watching videos about this board for like a month. And lo and behold, they got it for me. So
that's awesome.
That was awesome.
What a nice surprise.
Yeah. And I see you got a new mic, man. Stepping up the mic game.
Yeah. Yeah. Blue Yeti. Not too bad.
Sweet, dude. Sweet. So who else we got up in the comment? Oh, yeah. Longfather said your mic sounds good. Oh, look who's in the building. Jason Sieberlich. What's going on, Jason? How you feeling, bud? And we got Backyard All Day. And Andy's Lawn Care and Outdoor Adventures. What's up, Andy? Over there shoveling snow in the northwest suburbs. Dude, Andy's a good kid, man. This guy's been shoveling snow to make money, man. He thought outside of the box with his new video. He didn't make a video on how to shovel snow or anything like that. He made a video specifically targeted to the youth on how they can make money shoveling snow and a specific business process that they could use. So for him being in high school and releasing that video and having like a streamlined process of, how to make some money and save up during the wintertime, dude, I respect that, Andy, man. You stay on your grind, brother.
That's awesome.
Yeah, respect the hustle there.
Exactly, man. When I was his age, man, I was in my basement playing GTA, dude. Not even trying to go shovel driveways, man. But look at me now, man. Now I can't wait to shovel my driveway. It's crazy how things change. Oh, yeah, man. All right, so before we get started, I do want you guys to give a brief introduction to the group. Maybe some of my viewers haven't seen your content. If we could do kind of like one of these corporate icebreaker sessions, I'm sure you guys have been through those before. So, Brandon, if you can tell me a little bit about yourself, your channel, and your favorite movie.
My favorite movie. Okay. Well, that's so. I'll lead us off. If you don't know, my name's Brandon. My lawn channel is Bush League Lawns. I live in St. Louis, Missouri, and went through a huge renovation this year. Made a lot of content kind of surrounded around that. So that was a lot of fun. My favorite movie, I'm going to be pretty transparent with you here. I got 2 young kids, so like I don't control the TV anymore. So I'd have to say my favorite movie all time. That's a tough one. I'm gonna have to go with probably Shawshank. I mean, you can't. That's a safe answer, but it's a good answer.
All right.
Awesome. How about you, Vince?
Oh yeah, so Vince, the Lawngineer. So I started a YouTube channel called The Lawngineer. I'm a professional engineer as part of my career during the day, and so but I also have this passion for lawn care. I recently did a renovation, I guess it's not so recently now, back in 2019. And, got a lot of good comments from the neighbors and people passing by, driving by, and it kind of encouraged me to start the YouTube channel. So, July this year, I started the YouTube channel. So
I always find it interesting how all the content creators in the lawn care community, we're kind of all different from one another, and we all have different backgrounds from where we come from and the jobs we kind of have. And since you're an engineer, Vince, I'm sure that there's a lot of similarities between lawn care and engineering. Can you tell me a little bit about how you apply the techniques in engineering to lawn care?
I I guess, the calculations, right? Calculating fertilizer, measuring your yard, things like that. Looking at the data, looking at the soil tests, right? And understanding what you've got to do. I mean, data analysis, math, measurements, right? That's what I do in civil engineering. So that's how that would apply to lawn care for sure.
So you were the type of guy that watched the Lawn Care Nuts videos and skipped to the math part?
I absolutely love all of the details that Alan would go into with I'm serious. I kind of miss that stuff.
Yeah, man, dude, I'm the same way, man. I'm sure you know, but I'm a data analyst, man, and God, man, the last thing I want to do is calculations when I'm in my lawn. No, but I hear you, man. That I really like your background. I feel like that can be extremely beneficial, especially when, like you said, man, applying things to your lawn and really dialing in those application rates.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Vince, man, I hear you're quite the businessman, bud. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Not Vince, sorry, Clint. My bad.
Oh wait, what about favorite movie?
Oh, movie? Star Wars. Anything Star Wars.
Yeah.
Star Wars. I've never seen Star Wars, man. I've never seen Star Wars.
Dude, got to start at episode 4, A New Hope.
Hey, real quick, guys, I want to say what's up to Mike Haddad, Lawn Addictions. What's going on, buddy? First time I see you in the stream. Thank you for stopping by, dude. Much appreciated, Mike. Representing up there in New York. So yeah, Clint, I hear you quite the businessman, dude.
No, I'm just a pizza guy, So, but I'm a franchisee of a pizza chain, and they started in Michigan. It's called Jets Pizza, and there's a group of us that we all went to school together, and they're trying to buy these things. They're expensive, so we all got together and just pooled our money together and started with one, and then it started with my brother, and then we all partnered with him, and then we grew up to 10 stores and sold some off, and now we have 5 here in Michigan and 1 in North Carolina. So I'm still on the tiles, like 40 hours a week. I'm still involved with it. I'm not one of those you just show up there and collect the money and do the paperwork. The guy that everyone hates at their job. So I'm in there on the tiles making the pizzas, and it keeps me young. Majority of the people that I work with are like 18, 20 years old, and that's how all this started, was because of them. Because I would talk to them about grass, Milorganite, Allen Hayne, and they're like, you gotta not tell us about that because it's so boring, So, and then they created the Neighbor Dominator, because I used to say I'm dominating my neighbor, because Allen Hayne with the domination line, I was like, man, I'm dominating. So they made an Instagram for me called the Neighbor Dominator, and I didn't know what a hashtag was or anything. And then they showed me how to do it, and it started going and going and going. People started liking it, and then people were like, you should start a YouTube channel. And so I named it Lawn Care 101, because I'm still learning, and it's working. So, but yeah, that's about it. Oh, and my favorite movie is it's an old one too. Not as old as Shawshank, but I like The Matrix. I'm a big Keanu Reeves fan.
Whoa.
Morpheus. So I gotta ask, man. I come from the city, man, that arguably has some of the best pizza in the world. What's your favorite toppings on your pizza that you make in your shop?
Lately, it's been we have we call it bold pepperoni. It's like the pepperoni that curls up and the pool of grease is in there. You can almost like drink it out of it. It's that, and then people are gonna hate me for this whole onion, but pineapple. I don't know why people make a big deal about pineapple, but then I put Cajun all over it, so it's like sweet and spicy. So that's what I've been, and I eat pizza every day still. That's how I maintain this figure, So
you guys have like pan pizza or thin crust pizza?
Yeah, we have the the new Detroit style. It's just deep dish pizza, and we have the thin crust, and then we have your normal hand tossed. You know, we got wings and subs and stuff like that, but we're known for our deep dish pizza.
The closest I get to a Detroit style deep dish around here is Little Caesars, because apparently that's where they come from. And actually, surprisingly, it's not too bad, the deep dish, man.
I like Little Caesars pizza. I eat my own brand, but like I like Little Caesars, and there's another one, Hungry Howie's. That's what I eat. So
nice, dude. Nice.
I probably shouldn't be saying that, but it doesn't matter.
Awesome, guys. Well, thank you so much for sharing that with us in the group. Any of you guys who haven't seen any of their channels, make sure you head on over there. I got links in the description if you guys want to subscribe to their channel and check out their content. They got some good stuff. Trust me, I wouldn't have them on the show if they didn't. So you guys are doing a good job this year for sure.
Thank you.
Over here, Kyle in the chat said, how many D batteries does that boombox take, Clint?
I'm not even at my house.
Old school.
I didn't even know that was behind me. Yeah, right.
Yeah, what are you doing? What are you, like B-boy, man? NWDA style? Real quick, I want to give a super special shout out to Garage Gear. Hey, thanks a lot for stopping by, JB. Really appreciate it, bud. Enjoyed our podcast that we had. I just saw your video that you made on the 4Runner Limited, man. Dude, that truck is beautiful. I would love to have that 4Runner. I tested out one in the dealership, and it was like the most comfortable car I ever sat in my life, man. And you know, I'm a big guy, dude. It fits me too. So keep up the good work, JB. Thanks for stopping by, dude. He's another lawn care. He's another creator that is awesome. So guys, definitely check him out. What's up, Stripe Life? How you feeling? Thanks for stopping by. KOTG in the building. Thank you guys for stopping by. So. You know what? Since KOTG is here, we might as well touch this subject real quick. Clint and Vince, I know that you guys are part of the KOTG podcast. Can you tell me a little bit about how that started?
Yeah, sure thing. So it all started from a giveaway that Lawngineer was doing, and all of us kind of chimed in and followed along on his live stream. And we got to talking, and then all of a sudden he was like, let's start a chat. That chat then turned into, well, let's start a podcast. And so we started a podcast of just a bunch of guys that, mostly, we're all dads. And, we just wanted to start a podcast where we're just kind of hanging out, talking about grass. So keep off the grass, live cast.
Sweet. Hey, Clint, we got a question from Mike Haddad. He said, Clint, can you tell us how humic acid has changed your soil?
Mike is hilarious. I talked with Mike and with Kenny, and I know they're going to come in here and they love humic acid, and they tell me all the time how they change it, and they wanted me to say how, because Mike and Kenny just use it all the time, and they wanted me to talk about it.
I've seen their sticker, man. They have a hotline.
Yeah.
Paint it black.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, humic hotline. Yeah, I did not come up with that. That's Kenny Cooper is the one that is, he loves humic acid. I use humic acid, but I mean, I don't put gallon. I mean, George, you and I have talked about it before about, the amount that you have to put on the lawn, So it's like, I use it. I mix it with the tanks and stuff. I put it on there, but I mean, I don't put it on religiously, so.
Yeah, for sure. Bermuda Brian just commented that he got his soil test back. I actually saw that on Instagram, Brian. I was meaning to return to answer that, but I saw that from what I saw, your pH was good. Everything was good. I think you had low nitrogen. Your pH was good. From what I can remember, I think you were just kind of struggling with the micros. What's a good product you guys like using for micros? Any of you guys?
So I'll jump in, I guess.
Go ahead.
So I like something I used kind of late last year. I was messing around with Main Event and Feature, soluble powders.
Shout out to those two.
Absolutely.
Those are both awesome products.
They're great products, and man, the color response you get from both of them are there's very little differences between the two. It's just the nitrogen source. Aside from that, they're completely apples to apples. But it's just packed with tons of micronutrients. So, and that's something you need if you need to add micros and you want to do it. You want to spray. I love spraying stuff on my lawn just for the heck of it. Go take a look at Feature or Main Event. Those are both good ones.
Yeah, totally agree. Sometimes it's kind of hard to find features. So if you're trying to look for it, go add I Want Feature on Instagram and reach out to them and they'll send you some. And it's definitely a cult classic in the lawn community. You might not see a lot of content on YouTube, but if you go on the lawn forum, you're going to see boatloads of posts about Feature and how it's the real deal. It's not mass marketed like some of these other products, and I've used it myself, and I had near an instant response, so I would definitely check out Feature. Not sponsored by them or anything. I just recognize a good product when I see it. I mean, for real, I do, man.
No, I got some of that Feature. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I picked up some of that Feature at the end of last season. So, and I saw your video. That stuff like turns red when you're mixing it. So I'm pretty excited to try that out. And the micros that I use is just that Simple Lawn Solutions, the lawn energizer. I use that one. And but honestly, I haven't used much on this new lawn. So I'm gonna learn from you guys today in the chat. I'm taking notes over here too. So whatever you guys talk about is probably what I'm gonna be using this season. So still learning, but that's the only one that I've ever used.
Hey, I want to say what's up to Ron Henry. Thanks for stopping by, Ron. Ron is the man, dude. Always supportive, man. Love watching his live streams, man. He's quickly become a really good friend of mine in the lawn community, man. Thanks for stopping by, Ron. But yeah, over here, dude, I'm going to be trying a few products out this year. I was actually talking to Ron earlier about this, and Brandon about the Eco Gel products. And I know that they have a Miner's Blend 2. What is it called, Brandon? The Micro Plus or whatever?
There's one that's called Microbio. It's just strictly micronutrients in it. But all of their liquids have micros in it. If you look from top to bottom, I mean, they've all got some element of micronutrients in all of those. And the nutrient blends, right? You've got fertilizer blends, and then you've got just soil amendments. And usually all the fertilizer blends are going to have some sort of micronutrient blend in there along with the macros as well.
Yeah, and what I really like about their products, and again, I'm not affiliated with them, but just by reading the labels, they also contain hydrotane as well, right?
Yeah, actually, so for those who are watching or listening, hydrotane is made by a company called Ecologel, and Ecologel makes the BioPro. You can find that on Yard Mastery. The BioPro fertilizers and hydrotane and C Extra, which is like a wetting agent. They make all of those things. And you can get some of the products, the liquid fertilizer products, with the wetting agent and the hydrotane in it, along with micros and NPK. So it's like this, it's like the holy grail of like a liquid fertilizer, right? It's kind of what I refer to. And I use that stuff on my lawn and I absolutely love it.
Yeah, any of you guys in the comments that are down south, have any of you guys applied your pre-emergence yet? If so, let me know and drop a like on the video. I'm so jealous of some of these people that are already making applications for the year, man. Like, geez, got a foot of snow on the ground. These guys are already throwing down.
It'll be here before you know it.
But yeah, Brandon, about those products, I'm going to be trying some. I was talking to, some of the heavy hitters over at that company, and we're going to be trying it out this year. I see Lake House Lawn Care said that CytoGrow is some good stuff. Have you tried that out, Kyle? Kind of curious the experience that you've had with it because, I'm trying to get my 2021 lawn plans in order, so we can definitely take a look at that.
Yeah, CytoGrow is really good stuff. You can actually get it in a liquid, and you can also get it in a pellet that you can apply through like a hose end sprayer.
Oh, cool, man. Yeah, I know you and your pellet guns, man. You're all about that life.
Yeah.
Making these DIY builds. Dude, that's awesome, man. There's nothing more fun than making a custom plumbing DIY build. I love when I see people in the community doing that. Like with your gun that you made, Brandon, or with your custom wand that you made, Vince. By the way, how's that custom wand treating you, by the way?
I haven't had a chance to use it yet, so I'm looking forward to it this season.
Yeah, is that based off the DFW one from the lawn forum or no?
No, it is not. No, this is something I thought of myself here with the way I, had to pull all the parts together to fit that specific wand from Petra. So I just went online and just bought a few quick connect fittings and went through various types of fittings. Had to make a couple returns until I got it right. And yeah, it seems to fit together well. It tests okay. I'm really looking forward to how it actually does with product.
Where do you buy your spray gun supplies?
I got mine from Amazon.
Oh, okay, cool. You ever go to Sprayers Depot?
No.
They got some really awesome gear, man. In case you ever want to build more custom ones. Yeah, they're awesome. Yeah, dude, they're totally awesome, dude. Hey, real quick, guys, I want to congratulate you guys' growth on YouTube. I know that this is your first year as content creators, and same here, man. I'm right there along with you. So I feel like we should all give ourselves a pat on the back for the successful year that we've had. Clint, I know that you just hit 1,000 subscribers.
Congrats.
Congratulations, dude. And
that's awesome.
Yeah,
Thanks.
man. And it gets easier, man. Once you hit that 1K, they just start coming in more. So I feel like once the springtime takes off, you guys are all going to see a lot more growth.
Yeah, I find it's ridiculous how that is. After I hit the 1,000, and the way as I was growing, I get like one or two, a good day, a good Friday, I get 5, and I'm like, yes, and I hit that 1,000, and then I just looked at it today, and like I jumped up 20 subs, and I'm like, I would kill for that. And I'm putting out content and all, and it just, I haven't put out anything, and like, it just happens now. Cause I think when it says that 1K on there, I think it does something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure, man.
That's awesome.
It could be, but what I definitely know is like the more of a catalog you have, the more growth you'll see in the future, because you got your new videos coming out. Plus you have your catalog of videos that you have,
Yeah.
What's going on over here in the chat, man? I see like people are writing stories over here. But yeah, guys. So as far as your growth, man, I gotta ask you guys, because my story is interesting. At least I'm sure you guys heard it a million times. So I'll spare you the details. But what made you guys get into making YouTube videos? Let's say Brandon.
Okay. So I started, I don't know, it was like around January of last year is when I put my first, it's a terrible video, by the way, about soil testing, right? And I think a lot of us would go back and look at our first couple videos and kind of laugh, right? how bad they were. Oh, yeah. But I was watching, forever. I was watching Ryan Knorr and Connor Ward and Alan, and other, these other guys make YouTube videos. It just look like fun to me. It's something I'm passionate about, something I love to do. And I just kind of wanted to share, my perspective and my story on, how I was managing my lawn and things that I was doing differently. And so it kind of just jumped off, I bought a cheap, like GoPro knockoff camera is what I started with, and just went out there and did it, and it just kind of grew from there. So, I really just kind of, I guess, being inspired by some other YouTubers and make me want to go out and do it, and then COVID helped, right? Because I was stuck in the house and working from home. So that's kind of how I got my start.
You guys are all freshmen, just like me, and we kind of, our major push was in 2020. I think we could all admit that COVID played a big part in us starting a channel, at least for me. How about you?
Yeah,
how about you other guys?
Oh, yeah. So for myself, I kind of mentioned it earlier. So back in 2019, I did a full renovation of my yard, caught a lot of attention from the neighbors and people driving by. I live on a pretty busy street, so it was a lot of people questioned what I was doing. I killed off the lawn completely, started all over. I hauled in, a couple tons of dirt, and people were really wondering, scratching their heads what I was doing. And then 30 days later, it completely transformed into this beautiful green carpet that looked absolutely amazing. And a lot of people came by and they were like, dude, you got to start a YouTube channel. And, so I thought about it for quite some time. And then, 2020 came, COVID came, I was partially furloughed, so I had an extra, a couple days a week to spare time to do whatever I wanted, right? So that's when I decided to start the YouTube channel.
Sweet, man. That's a cool story, dude. I feel like once you see success in lawn care and people start noticing it, it'll translate easily on video to other people in the community. So that's an awesome story, dude. How about you, Clint?
Well, I started with the Instagram, and it was really cool with just taking pictures. There's no editing needed. And but as I started to do it more, people were like, "Yeah, you should start a channel." And what I guess really, let me start that over. What inspired me to even get into this stuff was my yard was terrible beforehand. The previous owner it was half dead, and there was like bare spots. He must have had a dog, and the neighbors had creeping Charlie. And then I taught myself, like I never thought to look on YouTube for lawn videos, and I just went to Home Depot and I started reading labels, and I was just like, how do I get rid of this stuff? And I was burning my lawn and just not applying stuff correctly. And then that's when I found Alan Hain, and then I started learning a little bit how to read stuff. And then now I was just like, man, maybe if I didn't find any like people that like they need to dumb it down for me. I'm a pizza guy, I'm not an engineer or anything like that. So, I was just like, maybe I can make a channel and do stuff where, it's just the basics. I didn't even have a soil test, which is terrible now that I know, but just reading the labels and then putting it down and then showing the results. And I figure that's, people were like, yeah, man, do a channel. So that's like what I based it off of. It's just kind of like keeping it simple and, just seeing what happens, so that's how I got inspired, was just by trial and error and, keeping it simple, I guess.
Hey, I want to say what's up to Made You Look Lawn Care. What's up, Lalo? Thank you so much for stopping by, dude. Much appreciated. But yeah, Clint, that's an awesome story, dude. And I don't know if you guys know or if you even want to share it, Clint, but might as well just say you're monetized now, man. You're officially making money on YouTube, dude. And, guys, let's just preface this real quick. It's not about the money. And when we first get monetized, it's not like we're even making we're making pennies, But it's still a good feeling to know that you're making pennies off of something that you enjoy to do, man. So congratulations on that, man.
Hey, thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, and it's it's rewarding, and it started off as for fun, and it's still for fun, like I enjoy it, and I figure I'm going to be cutting the lawn anyways. Let's film it, for entertainment purposes. But now being monetized, what's funny, real quick story about that is, I got monetized, and I told you before when we were talking, I suck with computers, and I'm like, you want to join this early so I can figure this out? Well, I was monetized, I just got monetized, and I didn't know, like, you have to go in there and do that to your videos. Yeah. And I was sitting there looking at them, and I looked at my wife's phone, and I'm like, I think there's supposed to be ads or something in here. And now I'm on YouTube looking up videos on why are there no ads in there? And like, you got to go in there and do that yourself. I had no idea. If I didn't, look at it from my wife's phone, then I would have never known. And I don't know. It's just fun. It was like a stupid moment. It was great.
It's like I got monetized. What's an account number and a routing number?
Yeah.
Which one is the routing number?
Yeah, right. I know.
Hey, real quick, I want to give a super special shout out to Brett's Grasscapades. What's going on, Brett? How you feeling, buddy? Thank you so much for stopping by, dude, and supporting the younger creators. Much appreciated. But yeah, guys, so that's awesome. And Vince and Brandon, I know you guys are knocking right there on that door. You guys are gonna be there soon, and I can feel it, man. Hopefully during this stream we can get you a few more subs, man, and drive a little bit more engagement. I mean, that's the whole point. I know I don't have a huge reach, but whatever little reach that I do have, hopefully I can rub it off on you guys a little bit. No homo. But yeah, so what would you guys say is like the number one thing you guys learned as new YouTube creators? Let's say, yeah.
I guess I can go. So I have to thank Justin the Lawn Whisperer for this, but handbrake. And I know, George, I think you mentioned Apple compressor when I had that question on the lawn creators or the YouTube lawn creators Facebook page. But knowing, I mean, I had to really reduce the file sizes for uploading my content to YouTube, and I have a terrible internet connection. I mean, I'm talking cable internet, 5 megabytes per second upload speeds. So I really needed to increase the efficiency of that, and handbrake helped me out a lot. Really appreciate that. And I wish,
as Connor Ward would say, hold the phone. We got a super special guest that just popped in right now. I want to give a super special shout out to Kenny Cooper. What's up, Kenny? How you feeling? Thanks for stopping by, dude. Really appreciate it.
Kenny Cooper. Nice.
Is that a little Eastbound and Down?
Yeah, man. You know about my dude KP?
All about it.
Dude, Kenny Powers is the man, dude. Season 4 of Eastbound and Down is literally the funniest season of television I've ever seen in my life.
The Righteous Gemstones is right there too.
Yeah. And Vice Principals as well. I really like Vice Principals. Did you see that one?
No, I didn't see that one.
With him and Walton Goggins?
No, I didn't check that. I'm going to have to now.
Dude, it is hilarious. Dude, that show, man, touches so many emotions in me, dude. But yeah, Danny McBride is like a long-term hero, man. Sorry to cut you off, though, Vince. But yeah, man.
That's all right. Handbrake.
Yeah, handbrake. I never used it. Does it work good to compress your files?
It works for me. Yeah. I mean, I had to watch a YouTube video to learn how to use it and what to do with the settings. But yeah, it seems to work great.
Nice, man. Yeah, it's all about compressing your videos, man. I remember when I first started uploading to YouTube, dude, it would take like 24 hours for me to upload a 5-minute video. I could not believe it.
It's no joke. And then it's 90% there and it fails.
or it gets stuck in processing. It's like in purgatory, man, and then just everything just stops. Yeah, no, dude, I completely hear you, man, 100%. I see that Neighbor Dominator said he missed the Humic segment, or someone said that. Yeah, Kenny, you missed the Humic segment, man. We were talking all about the wonderful benefits of humic acid, dude. And I heard from somebody that you use it a lot in your lawn and you love its effects. So you could share that with the group. Dude, he still hasn't sent me one of those Humic hotline stickers, man. I'm trying to grab me one of them, dude. Oh, man. But yeah, how about you, Brandon, man? What have you learned, so far in your YouTube journey?
Man, a lot. I can say that,
real quick, Brandon, I want to compliment you on your business skills, man, because I know that you network with a lot of companies and a lot of influencers in the community. And as a matter of fact, you were one of the first people that I got to know, like, on an intellectual level and become a friend with in the lawn community. So I feel like you're really good at that behind the scenes kind of stuff, man. So good job on that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thanks for that. Yeah, that's part of the, this in here that I really enjoy, right? Is, the friendships and the introductions that we make to people. And, we're all out here just a bunch of weird dads who are filming ourselves in the lawn, right? And that's kind of where we connect. But, to tell you what I've learned, man, I've learned, I didn't even know how to upload videos to YouTube before I even started doing this. So, I mean, I literally started raw, ground zero. And I guess the biggest thing, and I've probably learned, is that audio is king in this whole thing, right? That was kind of the biggest thing for me, is tuning in the audio and filming angles and editing. I mean, it used to take me like hours and hours and hours to edit videos when I first started. It was belaboring, but we're getting there, man. Slowly but surely, we're getting there.
Clint, I know you've learned a few things, man, on the way to your 1K, 2K path, man. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, well, I mean, as far as learning about YouTube, the audio was, it took me a minute to figure that out, because up until the renovation at my house, which was just recent, I used my cell phone, and that's it. I edited from my cell phone, and that's why when you're talking about that break thing, and like the stopping of files and the processing, it's just like all you do is hit the button on the phone and it uploads. But No, I've learned lighting is these things are key, and the audio is big time now. I now own one of those dead cat things, and I got a mic. I need to get one of those big mics like you guys, but that, and then I've just now entered the world of like trying to edit better. To hold retention, I guess, hold the people's attention longer, because me just talking in my garage, if I could go back, I would have never been in my garage. I would have been talking on the lawn, and just little things like that, and then camera angles and stuff. But the most that I've learned was how to use products, watching like a lot of you guys, and a lot of people in this chat. I just converted over to liquid. I only use the hose end sprayer and granular, and now it's like I'm mixing stuff. So like I learned a lot just by watching everyone else. It's like basically in this chat, and from watching your guys' channels too. Brandon's helped me out on the lawn. I'm learning a lot more about sprayers with Vince. And then, George, your editing is, I might have copied a few things from you. I don't know.
Dude, that's all right, man. I've noticed that's how the lawn care community is, man. They all just bite off of each other's swag, but it's all good, man.
Your editing skills are unbelievable, though, man. I got to give it to you. It's just like your videos are just so fun to watch.
Thanks, man. Believe it or not, I just started like really editing when I started YouTube, and but to be honest with you, I've been kind of obsessing over video production the last year, so that's probably why, man. But real quick, actually, Neighbor Dominator, dude, I want to give you some major props, man, because I've been watching your videos, and I've noticed that you have definitely grown as an editor. I'm a data analyst by trade, so I'm always analyzing different things, man. And I've been noticing the growth in your videos from where they were to where they become. I mean, with your last snowblower video, dude, you had me like on the edge of my seat on that intro, dude. So I really feel like I love how you had the dramatic music and you were like, throws fast, and then you cut scene, does this, cut scene. And like it just it was engaging, man. So I think you really have grown as a creator, dude, in the little amount that I've been watching your videos. So good job on that, dude.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, the one thing can I say one thing? A big tip that I got from somebody with YouTube was Albert from Shortcut Lawns. He said that he used to watch Connor Ward, and he still watches him, but I mean, I watched a lot of Connor, and he goes, how I was always in my garage talking about what I was going to do to the lawn. He told me that, he goes, you have to get out of your garage, because when he was watching Connor Ward's videos, Connor's kind of quirky and stuff, but he's sitting there on his lawn, and he's like drooling over his lawn. He's like, you need to make me want to drool over your lawn. It was like the best tip I ever had. And then after that, it doesn't matter. All my videos now will be on the lawn. I'll bring out all the supplies onto the lawn and just like set them out there, because people want to see the lawn. It's why they're tuning in. They don't want to see some Filipino guy talking in his garage. It's pointless. So
I'm looking at the people that are in the chat right now, dude, and it looks like 95% of them, I'd say, are content creators. So you've seen some success there, Clint, and you've learned some new editing styles and things. So what would you say is like a tip that you would give them if they're trying to take their content to the next level?
Something that I'm trying to work on is, even though I'm doing a little too much here, is talking too much, and more performing, unless you're like one of the top tier people, like you listen to Connor talk about his day, it's kind of like, I don't know, when I watch, I guess, Albert Shortcut Lawn, like I love watching his videos, man. It's just like you learn from examples, and then the big thing too is the showing results. That's what I've learned that captivates people is, you don't want to be sitting on the nice lawn and you're just like, yeah, this is what you need to do. And it's kind of like having like the 500-pound guy or like the person that's like has a six-pack telling you, this is what I used to do when I was like this. They want to see the transformation. So it's like, if you're going to put down iron and you want to see the green up, it's like show before, and then you can spray it for a minute and then show it right after, like the results, you know, just like it holds people longer. That would be my tip, is to just show you results.
And you're absolutely right, man. I've noticed that drives a lot of traffic to channels, like the before and the after. Like I was just watching one of Silver Symbol's videos about having a new spigot, and he put out this video 2 months ago, and on his thumbnail it was just like an old spigot and then his new spigot, and he had a line down the middle. Dude, that video already has 3 million views on it. So people love seeing results, man. I mean, we're a results-driven society, and I feel like a lot of people miss the ball on that. They'll talk about this product, they'll talk about this technique, but they lack the follow-up, man. I mean, I hate to sound corporate where everyone's like, oh, follow up, but it really is something that translates to the lawn community as well.
Yeah, it would be like if you did the video and you're like, all right, I'm going to put this on the lawn, and you put it on the lawn, then the video ends. You know, it's kind of like, now I got to wait till next week or whenever you put out the answer. It's like, don't publish the video. Just wait till you get the results and then finish filming it and then post it. You know, you'll get a lot more views that way.
I'm super guilty of that. I'm horrible about that. And that's one thing I got to change this year is I almost all my videos were that last year.
And I feel the same exact way, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I mean, I released a video comparing 2 snowblowers without even using them in the snow, man. I was just in a rush to put out the video, and I didn't even have a chance to use them in the snow. And I kind of rushed to conclusions when I shouldn't have. So I think if we all admit our mistakes, we can learn from them, you know?
Yeah, that's a big point. I agree with that.
I want to give a super special shout out to Mujahid Khan. That's my bestie right there, man, in the chat room. Dude, this guy was never into lawn care, dude. And he, by the way, I grew up with him, man, and went to the same Sunday schools and everything like that, played sports together. Believe it or not, yeah, I did play sports at one point. He's starting to get into lawn care, so that's awesome, man, that we could kind of motivate people to start getting into that too. Launch Long said, great interview between Clint and George. Hey, listen, sorry guys if me and Clint were going on a little too long. We did not mean to do that. So we'll go ahead and delegate some conversations around the table, guys. Thanks for your input, Launch Long. I don't mind. I mean, it's good to know that kind of stuff. So, hey, I want to talk about reel mowing, man, because I've been kind of having the itch to talk about reel mowing because last week we didn't have any reel mowers in the live stream, and then before that I had like 8 people straight, you know, talking about reel mowers. So Brandon, dude, let's talk a little bit about your new reel mower you got, man.
Yeah. Okay. So you want to talk about the Cal trimmer?
Actually, never mind. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, man. Clint, don't worry, we'll get to you, dude. we all know you got them.
That was like my first, you know, I had never even, like, here in St. Louis, like nobody reel mows at all, unless it's a golf course or a sports
field. Carlson.
Coven does too. Yeah, Coven likes his McLeans. And and actually that was never even the initial plan, but you know, I got the Cal trimmer, and you know, for anybody who's thinking about getting into reel mowing, you're gonna suck at it at first. Just know that. It gets better, but once you kind of hone it in, it's like the most satisfying thing. Like reel mowing is like on a whole nother level, and mowing with that Cal trimmer, it's just like so solid and rigid. The cut quality is so nice. That Honda, I'll tell you, like before I owned a Honda engine on that thing, like I didn't understand why people are obsessed with Honda motors, but like, man, everything about that mower is just super smooth, and it cuts so nice. And so, man, if you're thinking about if it's in the right kind of realm or it's viable for you to start reel mowing, just jump in with 2 feet, man. You will not regret it.
So speaking of getting into reel mowing, Vince, man, when are you going to go ahead and take the plunge?
So I have I actually bought a Jacobson Greens King 526 26-inch, and I bought it in 2018. It needed repair. I got it for like $100 and needed to rebuild the engine, and then I started to play around with it and realized this is too much work.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And I don't think I could do it. It is a lot of work, and I have a lot of respect for all of you guys who are really doing the real mowing thing. That's truly amazing. I can't do it. I don't think I can do it. So I'm gonna have to get rid of that mower.
Real quick, I want to give a super special shout out to Mike Haddad Lawn Addictions. Thank you for the super sticker, buddy. Really appreciate it, man. Means a lot, dude. I'm going to have to take you guys out for lunch one day, man, with the super sticker money. So, yeah, thank you so much, man. By the way, anybody who's watching this video right now, if you guys are finding value in that content, if you could hit that like button, we'd appreciate it so much. But yeah, Vince, back to your point, I got to agree with you. It is a lot of work, but I feel like with something like what Clint has, it wouldn't be so much work. Is that true, Clint? Or am I just don't know what I'm talking about?
Well, the Allet is, it's pretty simple, and I don't, Vince, is it because the amount of time, the whole like keeping up on it because it's so short?
Oh yeah, like mowing like every other day, adjusting, the adjustments that need to be done, like with the reel of the bed knife and height of cut type stuff, keeping it sharp, back lapping, all that stuff. There's a lot more maintenance to it. And then getting into like plant growth regulators and stuff like that. It's just a lot of extra steps and leveling, another thing, right? Leveling with sand or whatever it is. It's a lot of effort. And when I did my renovation, I was planning to cut low. So the cultivar of grass that I used was meant to be cut down to about a half an inch or an eighth of an inch. So I went all in, and then I realized, when I really got time to actually mow that low, I was like, wow, like this is too much work.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of work. And, as far as you, Clint, I know that you've been experimenting with the plant growth regulator, a.k.a. family time in a bottle, as Brandon says over there.
Yeah.
I know you haven't been. So I got to say, Clint, I'm about this close to pulling the trigger on an Allet. I was actually talking to a dealership that's going out of business with Brandon, and they got some deals on some Kensingtons, man. With the cartridge system that's on the Allet, like I was watching the Pest and Lawn Gingers video, and it looks like it's kind of like, now correct me if I'm wrong because I'm not a pro at it, but it looks kind of cheap with the plastic cartridge like gears or whatever. Is it, or is it good?
No, it seemed, the Liberty, I don't know what Ginger has, but I don't know if they're all plastic, but my Liberty, the side of it's plastic where like all the gears are and stuff. There's 4 bolts, rips right out, and I'll tell you this though, I bumped into the bricks on the side of my house getting real close. It scratches the hell out of it, but no, the cartridge system in there though, it's all metal and it's really fast. It's just 2 bolts, you undo it. And then now that this will be my first season with the cartridge system using it, I got the Verticutter, Scarfire, and then I got the brush for when I do the top dressing for with the sand, which I'm going to probably have to call Brandon again to tell me what to do, because Brandon basically did my front lawn. He told me what to do, like the amount of sand and soil and stuff like that. But no, it interchanges out. They're metal. It's just like that side casing is plastic. But as far as adjusting the height, the Allet is really simple. It's you just have a little dial up and down. And it goes up and down, and that's it. There's none of this like I've seen some of you guys with those Greensmaster, man, cranking on it, and you got some kind of weird bar, and you got to measure it, and there's none of that stuff with the Allet. That's another reason why I went with it. It's kind of like it keeps it simple. I wanted the golf course look, but to figure out how to do all that stuff that you guys do with your Greensmasters, I was just like, I'll go with the Allet. It's simple.
Yeah, Brandon, that brings me to my next point with Brandon. I know he has the cowl trimmer, and one of the things that draws me specifically to the Allet is the cartridge system, but the cowl trimmer doesn't have that. So, Brandon, I know no one real mows down there in St. Louis, and I feel like we've talked about this before, but what are you going to do once you need to grind the reel?
Yeah, so there's a dealer here close to me that grinds for like golf courses. They like show up mobile, right, with all the equipment. And so I called them and I said, I've got a reel mower. I know a lot of homeowners don't really do any reel mowing around here. I'm kind of one of the crazy ones that's, reel mowing Kentucky bluegrass super low in St. Louis, which is a gamble anyway. I said, what does that look like? And they said, well, we would just roll up and we would bring the machine out and grind it for you, which is something they don't typically do for homeowners all that much. Although for a homeowner that's doing, like for me, I'm only doing my front yard, which is like 2,700 square feet. They told me I probably would only have to grind like once every 3 years based on how much I'm mowing. So they said, don't think you got to get it done like every 6 months. It's like probably once every 3 years. Just make sure your reel to bed knife is good and you're not, get too much tension and too much friction on there, and you should be fine. So
over here, Andy's Out Care and Lawn Care Adventures said that if he got into reel mowing, he would want a Swordman or a used Greensmaster if he got into it. The one thing that's driving me away from Swordman, and trust me, in the past week I've been doing a ton of research on it, is that Briggs & Stratton 550 engine, man. Why would they put such a mediocre engine on there? Any of you guys know?
I don't know.
Cost.
What I've heard is that that Briggs 550 is like a clone of the Honda GX 120. Like Briggs just basically, we'll talk to the engineer about it, but reverse engineered that thing and basically put it out. So it's very similar. But I've never used one, so I can't really speak to it.
I feel like so many people are cloning the Honda engines, man. I mean, you said that, which I didn't even know. And then the Predator engines are like clones. And
those are the Chinese ones, yeah.
Tell me about it, man. All these cheap Chinese companies, man, are cloning the engines, and I heard that they're actually pretty good engines, man. From what I heard, the clones, but yeah. I don't know. I guess time will tell. I just wish that because on the Edwin 2.1 they had that Kawasaki engine, and dude, the Kawasaki engines, man, are oh my god, they're phenomenal engines. I don't know why they had to switch to the Briggs engine.
Probably cost. In order to keep the mowers at a decent price point, you got to make changes and you got to adjust. If the engines are getting too expensive to maintain, more homeowners now are reel mowing, and so with the production going up, you got to kind of look at that from that perspective. And I know a lot of people who want to reel mow, and they're looking at the first thing they go to try and find is a used Greensmaster, and the prices on Greensmasters are through the roof, especially used ones that are like 10, 20 years old at this point, right? And that may not even be the best solution for you. Greensmasters aren't for everybody. They're great mowers, but if you got a small lot with concrete on all sides, a Greensmaster may not be the best option for you, especially if you're not mowing under half an inch. So maybe something like a homeowner-centric model, like a Swordman or a Cal Trimmer or an Owlet or something, or True Cut, right? Those things are good options for folks that want to get into reel mowing, but you don't want to have to go through the anguish and the hardship to even find a Greensmaster, and then get one that's got a bunch of hours on it, and then have to go maintain it and do a bunch of things. So, I mean, it's really all relative to what you want to do, right? But if you want to get into reel mowing, you definitely can. You just got to pick which route you want to take and just stick with it.
Yeah, those are all good points that you bring up. And I see over here, Kenny Cooper said that the Kawasaki engines don't meet emissions. I could see that being the case, man. I mean, especially with like the Green New Deal and all this go green or die stuff that's going on. They're trying to bring down all the emissions in the country, but that's another topic. I digress. Looking over here, I'm looking in the chat. I see that Brett said the sheet metal construction is the biggest issue in my opinion. And I have to agree with him 100% because I have an 89 Greensmaster. Things like built like a tank, dude. I mean, it's like hundreds of pounds, like solid metal construction. And I just don't know. Like, say if I were to get a Swordman, how would I adjust to that? Going from a Greensmaster to that. Vince, so what mower are you using? I know it's not a real mower, but what's your mower of choice?
I've got a little John Deere push mower. I think it's like a JS28 or something like that. I actually got it for free from a neighbor who ended up hiring a service, right? So they didn't need the mower anymore. So yeah, it works. It's fine. I threw a stripe kit on it, and it lays down some nice stripes. No problems with it.
Nice, man. Is it good at mulching?
Yeah. I had to buy a separate mulch plug for it, but yeah, it'll do the job.
Nice, man. Nice. So, what would you say, Clint, man? What are some things that you've learned from real mowing in the short amount of time that you've been doing it?
I mean, like Vince said, it's a lot of work. Because I was doing the push manual at first, and that was easy. And plus too, I only had 1,500 square feet, so it's nothing. Like your guys' lawns are like way bigger than mine, and I just had the one lawn because I didn't have a front yard. I just have a little tiny parcel of land, and then there's water. So it's easy to upkeep on it. Like I couldn't imagine, like I've seen Vince's property, it's like wraps around the corner and stuff, and like it would take me forever. But that's what I've learned about real mowing is that you have to stay on it. You gotta cut at least 3 times a week. And then unless you want to do plant growth regulator, which I just started using at the end of the season, so I didn't even get to do the growing degree days and like monitor that. I got to put on like one application, and I didn't even really see that spike when it like starts growing big time, but I'm going to be using that this year on my lawn so I can like Brandon said, the family time in a bottle. It's like to cut down on how much maintenance you have to do on it, but it's just nonstop. And this will be also my first season with the Alid, like in the middle of summer without an irrigation system. So I'm a little nervous, with it being so short. I don't know if that perennial ryegrass is just going to burn up or not. So, but yeah, it's high maintenance, but I love the look of it. So that's why I keep doing it.
Clint, let me ask you on your Alid, what is the rear drum made out of?
I don't know.
Is it metal or is it rubber?
It's metal. It's metal.
It is?
I flicked it. It makes a little ting noise, but it's the
Do you have wheels on it, or do you wheel the drum on the concrete?
No, I don't put it on the concrete. I got a little refrigerator dolly that I put it on.
Oh, yeah.
But I actually got one of my employees for my birthday. He made me a fertilizer cart, has wheels, and he like measured it all out. So now I can just like put the Alid on that and wheel it around. So I mean, the thing weighs like nothing. You can pick it up. Anyone can pick it up. Striper Man can pick it up. So
dude, he's a superhero, dude. He could pick up anything, dude.
Yeah.
I was reading in the comments. Kenny was talking about what Connor thought of the Swordman, and he was talking about that he didn't think he liked it too much. I was watching Connor's live stream the other night, and someone asked him what he thought about Swordman, and he said those things are a joke, man. No, but. Man, when you have such a huge lawn like him, I mean, the Greensmaster is great, but when like you have a lawn like, me or Brandon, where our lawn is like 10 feet across, it's kind of hard to use the Greensmaster on those lawns. So, yeah, man, thanks for sharing. Hey, Vince, I know that you were overseeding with some seeds recently, right? You were trying some new seed.
So I have perennial ryegrass. I started with Karma from DLF Pick Seed back in 2019. But this year I couldn't get Karma again, so I decided to go with Mountain View Seeds Grand Slam GLD. So yeah, that stuff is awesome.
Yeah, the Grand Slam is on Seed Superstore as well, and
yes.
I that's one of the key seeds in their SS9000 mix, I believe, right?
Yeah, I have that. Yeah.
And that's Ryan Moore's lawn.
Yeah, dude, his lawn looks awesome, man. The only thing I would have did a straight perennial ryegrass lawn, but I really want the self-repairing effects of the Kentucky bluegrass, because I'm always like with the Greensmaster, every time I do my turns, man, I'm tearing up my lawn left and right. So I was really looking for some self-repairing effects. And Brandon, on your renovation, what seed did you throw down? I know that you did KBG. What kind was it?
Yeah, I did a blend of Kentucky bluegrass. It's Midnight, New Glade, and Everest, and those are some of the varieties that a lot of golf courses use when they do cool season. Not every golf course really does cool season that much anymore, but man, if I did perennial ryegrass in St. Louis, it would get absolutely smoked. So that's one of the reasons why I didn't go with it, and I'm probably not gonna seed any ryegrass, although I think when you put ryegrass and bluegrass, it looks amazing. But so that's pretty much the reason why I went with Kentucky bluegrass. And the self-repairing thing is incredible, especially with, like dog spots and, sometimes when you chunk the grass and stuff, it just fills in so fast. It's so aggressive. I didn't think it would be as aggressive as it is, but it's been really shocking, at least to me so far.
Yeah, I remember you were starting off a little rough there for a bit, bud. You were getting a little worried about it coming in. You remember that? You were messaging me, dude?
I had some really bad washout spots because I came in with so much sand. First of all, so my fescue lawn pretty much died from root rot. Like half of it died because of how bad the drainage was. And if you've ever tried to grow cool season grass in the transition zone where I live, it's a nightmare. And so I got root rot through half of the yard. So me and my wife, we talked about it. We're like, you know what? Let's just fix the drainage problems because I had a lot of standing water. We'll fix that and just start over new. And low mow Kentucky bluegrass was never the initial plan, but it ended up being that. So I came in Clint, you and I talked about, how I kind of went at the situation with bringing in a bunch of sand, but I got parts of my lawn that are probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 inches deep of just straight sand and dirt mix.
Oh,
and so the seed was washing out in those areas and I'd have to go back and reseed them. I finally got them to come in, but later in the year, in November, the bluegrass just all of a sudden, just as it started to mature, just attacked those zones that were bare. And at this point, even when I go out now, it's you can barely tell where it was. It just spread so fast. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that you did a good job on that renovation. Real quick, I want to give a super special shout out to Lawngineer. What's up, buddy? Thank you so much for stopping by. We were just talking about your giveaway that you did that sparked the KOTG podcast. So that was awesome, and that you're able to do that. Sorry, my computer's freezing just a little bit here. Uh-oh. But yeah, to bring back to the point, looking at Brett, he commented about his perennial ryegrass. He said it's not as temperamental as many would seem. And I remember you documenting that, Brett, how you seeded in the spring and you were watering it through the summer, and it was a really hot summer and you had several days that were over 100 degrees. I remember that. So I don't know if that's specific to the RPR or if that's just a perennial ryegrass thing, but that's cool that you're able to pull that off, man. Too bad you had to ditch that lawn right away, dude.
Yeah, that thing was beautiful.
Yeah, it was.
It was. So coming back to the KOTG podcast real quick, Vince, man, what topic are you guys going to talk about next week?
I don't know.
No?
I saw a post in our chat. I didn't read it though. What's it? What is it, Clint? Do you know?
No, I don't.
It's open forum.
I think we might. Are we talking soil test? We might be talking soil test.
Everyone and their mom's talking about soil tests right now.
Yeah, yeah. I thought we were talking about soil test in the chat, and then we saw a bunch of other people recently talking about soil test and thinking, man, these guys stole our idea.
Hey Vince, what is your soil test of choice?
Oh, so I plan on changing. I've only used the Yard Mastery one, but I've learned a lot since using Yard Mastery, and I'm probably going to go with something like Waypoint Analytical or Logan Labs. So the next time I do a soil test, I'll be using something like that.
So what's the difference exactly? If I had to guess, the Yard Mastery is more dumb, more in layman's terms.
Very, very dumb, simple. Yard Mastery, it's you basically get a little sample cup, and you just fill it with soil and you mail it, and they just take care of everything, and then it comes back with results that are basically catered towards
beginners,
the Yard Mastery products, which is great for someone who really doesn't know what they're doing and just wants the right product to address any of the deficiencies in their yard. But I want to go a little bit more above and beyond that, and I've learned a lot from folks over at the Lawn Forum. Really thank them for giving me a lot of insight on that. And so I think the next time I try it out, I'll be using something like Waypoint Analytical or Logan Labs.
Yeah, if you could shoot those over to me on Instagram after the podcast, I want to look more into them because I'm going to be doing a test coming up here pretty soon myself.
Sure.
But yeah, man. So, dude, I'm so excited about the 2021 season, guys. You guys have no idea. I'm stoked. What do you guys got going on, man, for 2021? Well, what are some big projects you're going to be tackling this spring? I think we all want to know.
Who wants to go first?
You want me to go first? Who's going first?
Raise your hand, guys. Not all at once.
I'll go. So I guess I've been working. I don't want to give out too much. You guys got to subscribe, but I've been working with some exciting companies on some new products that.
I hope it's not petrol sprayers. No, I'm just kidding.
I have one of those videos. I have one of those videos coming out. I will have one of those coming out.
And everyone else.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, it's look, it's a good sprayer for the price, and that's what you got to consider. I mean, you can spend $300 and get an awesome sprayer, right? But for $140, I mean, it's not that bad. So anyway, that's what I'll say on that. But yeah,
is it true that the petrol sprayers are like a cheap, like Chinese Alibaba special? Because I heard they claim they're made in America, but does it really feel American?
No. They claim to be assembled in America or something like that, not made in America. I think they are actually made in China, but I guess whatever the packaging, how they package them, they can maybe, I don't know the details, but maybe they can claim that it's assembled in America or something like that.
They put the packaging on in America.
Right.
So okay, and then after that.
Just kind of gonna go through some of the regular stuff with like the Pre-Emergent and I am going to be using more of an organic approach. Like there's a products called DCM, Do Care More, which are pretty interesting products, and I put out a few videos on that. Not a sponsor. I'm buying the fertilizer myself, but I recently found out that there's a distributor not too far from me that I've been using. And so I'm really interested in using their products. And then I'm also working with that lawn care company, or it's not it's more of like a family owned, like consider it like a Site One. It's like it's a fertilizer supply shop, and they also sell this product called Microbial Supreme. And so it's a relatively new product that they're making. It's local here in the New Jersey tri-state area. And so I'm interested to see what that has to offer, and I'll be doing some videos on that as well.
I've seen you make videos on that DCM fertilizer, man. Especially the one, I think it was like potassium based. The one that you were doing.
Yeah, 0020.
Yeah.
That smelled like it's made from like cacao shells, and it smells like chocolate. It's amazing.
Wow, man. Well, that's a nice change from some of the other fertilizers.
It's very expensive, but it's like a next level. It's like a high performance next level fertilizer, and a lot of the golf courses around here use it. So it's more exclusively used there. It's not meant to be marketed to the homeowner, but if you can get your hands on it, give it a try. It's pretty good stuff.
Did you throw down that? I don't remember exactly when you threw it down, but did you throw it down because of summer stress with the potassium, or
no? That was part of the winterization to help harden those roots. And I threw it down with just a little bit of nitrogen mixed in with it too, because it wasn't quite going dormant. So I figured, I'd try and feed it a little bit to help, store some of that nitrogen through the winter.
Are you worried about snow mold at all?
No, not at all. No, we don't there was a lot of discussion about that. I got some comments about that. I know that I am aware that the high potassium has an increased association with snow mold, but it does not cause snow mold. I've read some papers on it, and I've also, I've talked with some local turf pros here who don't agree with that completely. I guess it also depends where you are, right? I mean, it's I'm in southeast Pennsylvania. I have perennial rye grass, and I've never had snow mold before. So
Oh, you're in Pennsylvania, dude? I thought you were in Jersey for some reason.
Oh, it's my in-laws are in Jersey. All family are in Jersey, so I'm there all the time.
Oh, sweet, sweet. And Neighbor Dominator, what you got going on, buddy? I know you got some tricks up your sleeve.
Yeah, my new house is the back and side yard are.
Hey, beautiful house, by the way, man. I gotta say that, dude. That is an awesome house you got there.
Thanks. It's like that movie with Tom Hanks, The Money Pit. I don't know if you guys seen that one, but it's my brother's old house, and there's nothing like there's no dock, there's no deck. I know like what kind of problems is that, but it's been holding me back from doing the yard because when they bring in the materials and everything, and they're going to be working, and they're going to mess the lawn up. So I didn't like redo that part yet. But I'm saying screw it. And this season, I already have. People are probably going to hate this, but it's like 4,000 square feet that's left, and I have a company coming out that's going to help me out top dressing it because I'm kind of like a one-man show at my house, and I kind of want to get things rolling really fast and get some seed down. So I'm leveling out the backyard and the side yard, and I'm going to have a company come out and help me with that. And then, I'm just going to seed the backyard. But I'm going to try out fescue. I'm gonna do fescue in the backyard because once again I don't have an irrigation system, and from what I was told is that fescue can withstand the heat and go longer periods of time without water. And then on the side yard I'm going to try the Barenbrug RPR, and because I was told you can cut that short because I wanted it to kind of match the SS 9000 that I have. So yeah, just seeding that and leveling it, and that's all I got. I'm gonna be putting in like landscaping, flowers, and stuff like that. I'm gonna be doing some Michigan native stuff, so should be a pretty good season, some pretty good content this year.
How do you feel about not being able to reel mow your fescue?
It's it's kind of painful, but I do have a nice Honda mower that the wife got me for Father's Day, and she's been, since I started reel mowing, she's like, why did I buy that for you then? So get to dust that thing off. I got a stripe kit on there, that big league stripe kit, whatever that thing's called. And
you have the HRX?
No, it's like this white, I don't even know what it is. It's an older one. It's probably like 3 years old. I just know it has the blade stop on there. It's like the YCF 216 or something like that. It's an older one, but
the HN 216 maybe.
Yeah, it lays down some pretty good stripes. So and plus too, I used to love having a tall grass, but this was when I first got into lawn care, and I didn't know really what I was doing. Still figuring it out. But having the long grass, it was always dead. Like it looked dead on the bottom, there was always disease, and now that I kind of can control that and learn how to do it, I'm actually excited to have taller, like a lush lawn, kind of like Vince's, how you got long grass, and plus the stripes that Vince lays down in the long grass. Like I'm excited for that.
Dude, Brett brought up something, I think he's trying to be funny, but it could actually turn into something, man. He said low cut fescue. I mean, who knows, man? Maybe you could try to train your fescue. I mean, I haven't seen any content on anybody cutting their fescue low. Maybe you could try it out and be the first, man. He said turf type short fescue.
Do it.
You know who cuts their fescue? I've seen Pete Denny at GCI cut his fescue at like 2 inches with a reel mower, and it was fabulous.
It looked good?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it wasn't this year. It was the year before when he was first getting into reel mowing. He had some huge reels on his Ventrac, and he was mowing these like 90-inch stripes in his fescue with his reel mower, and it looked amazing it looked good from drone footage. I've never seen it up close.
Nice, man. Yeah, dude, I've seen, I love how he has that wide mower, man. I mean, anytime you're able to burn in stripes that are like 40 inches wide, dude, I mean, they're going to look amazing, It's just about that big piece of property with the wide stripes, man. It just gives it that ball field look, I would love to have one of those like Buckingham 34 inches, man. Cut my whole lawn in 2 passes.
Two stripes.
For real, man. I don't want to get product-y or anything, man, but I'm kind of curious in your guys' humble and honest opinion. If you had to choose one product that you guys used this year that you really, really liked the most, what would it be? Brandon.
Yeah, I saw this question in the chat earlier. If I had to go with one product and only one product, man, it's gonna be a super basic question, but just straight up urea nitrogen. If I only had to pick one thing,
Were you spraying? You were spraying urea, right? I remember you made a video while you were spraying urea and iron, right?
Yeah, I was doing. I got some Peters 2020, and I was doing some spray applications, like a quarter pound of nitrogen in the fall, like every 2 weeks. And that stuff's awesome. If you guys have never done like a water soluble like that, the Peters 2020, it's really cheap, and it's just awesome stuff. You can go check that out.
I totally agree, man. I love spraying down some urea for a quick green up, dude. I think that's an awesome choice. And then how about you, Vince?
That's a tough question, but I would probably go with probably anything with humic acid, fulvic acid, kelps, anything like that. I don't mind painting it black. That would be my go-to thing.
Let me ask you this, man. What's the most humic acid that you've thrown down at a time?
Oh, man. Geez, probably, I've used the Humic 12 from Next Green County Fertilizer, the 9 ounces per 1,000, the highest on the label there. What's that, 12% humic acid?
I actually heard throwing down too much humic acid could be bad for your soil. I don't know if you guys knew that. I never knew that. I was talking to, Jim over at EcoGel, Brandon, the head agronomist. Yeah. He told me if you throw down more than the label rate, you could tie up nutrients in your lawn. Did you guys know that?
No.
He did tell me that. He mentioned that because the humic acid product from EcoGel is like 22%. It's like double the concentration. And so I was all giddy, when I first saw that. And he was like, just go easy on it because you can lock up a bunch of nutrients in the soil, and if you mix it with other products, and actually make it fall out of solution. So he's kind of on the mend of it's a slow play, right? Don't just go out and spray a bunch of humic because it's going to have some adverse effects, and you're going to have some diminished returns.
I never knew that because I've been watching YouTube videos for years, and everyone's like, "Oh, don't worry, it's not going to hurt your lawn. Just throw down 6 bags of Humic DG and spend $400 on an application."
If you ask an agronomist, though, they'll probably tell you different, right?
Man, that's why I like networking, getting to know some of the professionals that are in the lawn care community, so I could actually learn the real way and, kind of not follow some of these videos. But, yeah, how about you, Clint? I know you're a big SLS guy.
Yeah, and I would just use probably the Lawn Energizer. It's got a little bit of everything in there, and, I've been called I don't know if I can. I've been called an iron whore before. I love iron. So there's iron in it. It keeps the color, and then it's got a couple extra snacks in it for the lawn, and that's something that like I can spoon feed in there. Or I will go the same thing with Vince. With the Simple Lawn Solutions has that the soil, not the root hume, the soil hume. It has like the kelp, the fulvic acid, some humic in there, and that's something that because I like to spoon feed. It's something that I can just like spray every week and be outside, But Lawn Energizer would be my number one.
You said you're a lawn whore, man. That's funny. Hey, be careful, man. Too much iron, leads to discoloration and limping, dude. So you wanna be easy with that.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that's cool, dude. I haven't tried the Lawn Energizer, but I just tried. Well, not just, but I did try their 1648 recently. It was all right. I don't know. I'm gonna try some more coming up in this coming up season. All right, guys. I think we're gonna be closing out the podcast here pretty soon. I don't want to go too much and bore anybody in the chat, but real quick, guys, if anybody who's watching this video, if you enjoyed these young men's content and you enjoyed our live stream, please hit that like button because more people will see this video in the algorithm and they will get more exposure and it'll be a win-win for everyone in the lawn community. So if you guys can hit that like button, we'll appreciate it so much. And real quick, if you guys can say where not only the viewers that are in the chat now, but any future viewers that we get in the video in this upcoming season, where they could find you, I'd appreciate it. Clint?
I'm the Neighbor Dominator on YouTube and Instagram, so you can go check that out. And then also TikTok, I'm Neighbor Dominator. I'm trying that game out now, trying to boost up that account. So
Nice, man.
I guess I'll go next. So Vince, you can find me on YouTube at the Lawngineer, and on Instagram at _Lawngineer, as well as TikTok at _Lawngineer. LAWNGINEER.
That's for you, Vince. And last but not least,
bored everybody.
last but not least, Brandon.
All right. So yeah, you can check me on YouTube, Bush League Lawns, also on Instagram, as well as Bush League Lawns. I tried TikTok, Bush League Lawns on there as well. But when I did my first upload on TikTok, the very first comment was, "Why is this even a thing?" So I haven't been on there since. But if you want to go check out my TikTok, it's there.
Nice, man. Hey, real quick, guys, I do want to let you guys know we have a special edition episode next week of Freshman Class. We're going to have the Don Juan, Mr. Lawn Care Nut himself, coming on the show. So if you guys want to chat it up live with Alan Hayden, he'll be here. We'll be interacting with you guys live on the live stream. I'm super excited to pick his brain. We're going to talk a little bit about how he got into YouTube and his beginning days. So any of you guys that are watching right now and you guys are a lawn care creator and you want to learn a little bit about how the master at all this stuff and the guy who got us into all this stuff got where he is today, make sure you guys tune in. It's going to be an inspirational story. I feel very privileged and very humbled that he's coming on the show. So just don't forget, next week will be Alan Hayne on the show. And guys that are in the chat right now and guys that joined me with this podcast, thank you guys so much for stopping by. You guys did an awesome job. You should be very proud of yourselves. It's been an awesome 2020 for you guys, and 2021 is going to be even better. So I wish you guys good luck with
I'm looking forward to it.
I wish you guys good luck with your future endeavors for sure.
Thank you.
All right, guys. And with that, you guys have a good night, all right?
all right.
Later.
Thanks for having us.